All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I'm continuing yesterday's AI sector review, looking at four stocks here. Bullfrog AI, as you see here, Big Bear AI, Soundhound, and Guard Force AI. Look, on the last video I asked it, I'm going to ask it one more time. If there are any other AI stocks that you want me to cover, please let me know. I definitely love this sector a lot. I want to know whatever else is out there, and hey, I would appreciate your help if you can throw some my way. Nonetheless, look, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening here, right? Almost fell into all-time lows, does a real good job of staying on and now kind of working its way on up, right? We'll get into a couple more details shortly, but hey, if you're new, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our five moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with these YouTube algorithms. But hey, even if you don't, just thank you so much for watching these, okay? And then look, I am not perfect. I am not all knowing. I have no crystal ball telling me what tomorrow is going to look like. So hey, if you disagree with anything, just throw it in the comments, all right? I'm not going to hate on it. And hey, you may be right and might change my opinion, right? So let's get into it. Okay, again, there are some interesting things happening here. And look, first off, we don't have all our normal indicators, right? This is a pretty new stock. We have only two out of the five moving averages. It has not been 50 days. You can also see it hasn't been 50 days because we don't have a 50-day volume moving average, right? I'm kind of guessing it's around this, right? Again, I'm sure these little peaks here did something, so maybe it's like just a little higher. But again, right there, we don't have that, and we don't have a red line to our green line, right? So I imagine, again, I don't pretend to know the math on this, right? Like you don't need to be good, all right? Like don't let someone say that this stuff's harder than it needs to be, right? But yeah, nonetheless, we have what we have and we go with it, right? And there's a couple interesting things especially happening here, all right? So we break the 8. This is for sure not confirmation. It's not bad, right? You're obviously above this thing, but one, it's a doji. Two, it's a red candle, right? Obviously, this was pretty ugly, right? Clearly saying, hey, we're not going to break the 20, and almost actually saying, you know what, we're probably going to lose the what is it called, all-time low support line, right? Today was a good day, obviously a monster double digit. Most of the buy goes all the way to the top, right? Like people just kept buying. There was no like, oh my gosh, sell up at any point. Like we didn't see something like this, right? Where someone got stuck buying at 420 and coming all the way down to 3 whatever, right? So I like a good full candle. I also love that we got higher than this day, right? Because where does this put us? Right in a nice little red with a little green, and actually some more red, right? So we're actually in a really nice position to make a move here to retake the 20 moving average. And then, hey, if you break the 20, that's where we're going to kind of start trying to go up, right? So I'm going to go ahead and actually move this more to right there. I think it's a little less about this doji and more closer to 50% candle. But yeah, look, if 315 breaks, again, there's a real good reason to believe we're coming here. Otherwise, honestly, there's more reason to believe we're probably going to even come here, right? Because that's a good low RSI. That thing can definitely climb for a bit. It's never even gotten over 52. So if it gets over 52, it actually might go really nice. Hey, MACD's going up. It's definitely in the negative, but it keeps going up, right? So I'm all right with that. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert for yeah. Let me know $3. And then I'm probably gonna set another one just in case at this 316. Yeah, cool. This looks interesting though, for sure, for sure. But again, this says we were under, this says we were over. We need confirmation, all right? We don't necessarily need to break the 20, but we at least need to close into the threes, all right? For sure. The closer to 310, the better. Obviously, getting over that would be better, right? But this easily can come back to the 280s. This might even drop down to actually 280, or might even want to say, hey, we're kind of going back. So nothing super set here, but yeah, it looks interesting, and I want to know how this opens for sure. Interesting weekly, right? So the doji said let this week confirm. I'm really hoping again we go up and fill this a little more instead of come back down to those like 280 numbers that I said, which would actually make this another doji, right? So again, I would love to close around here 315. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get 315. Again, 305 was closer to what I was saying, right? I would have loved to get a little closer to 310, but yeah, let's finish 305. I'm actually for real okay with that because again, all we did was break one moving average. It's not like we broke two. So, cool. That is Bullfrog, BBAI. Okay, a lot is happening here, right? We are now in a horizontal cluster of 4 out of our 5 moving averages, right? The fifth one's obviously up here, but not quite in the thick of it down here. This 187 line is also a really important one because we talked about it. That's kind of the Grand Canyon support. I can definitely make another one right here. Where was that 129 from? Ooh, I want to go see if that's from the weekly or not because we might have to just move this bad boy up. But nonetheless, a lot is happening here. And look, we need to get over this 212, basically 215 if you really want to believe you're going to come up to 3, okay? Otherwise, if we go down and we lose this 8 moving average at 190, that's when we're going to start, worrying about this 170 to 160 range, right? So, yeah, look, I hate moving average clusters. I hate this so much because I'm telling you, it's really, really hard until you get a monster confirmation. And that's pretty much what you need. You need a violent shot up or a violent shot down. Me personally, I'm not a fan of trading in these. I'll wait for them and see what happens, right? I would actually probably set my alert at 228 if you really want to know the truth. Because honestly, a trade from 228 all the way here, which is basically the bottom of this guy and this thing right here, I just saw this bad boy hidden at around 250, 260. But yeah, honestly, I would take the break of this and be a lot more comfortable riding up. I don't know how much of a trouble this thing would actually even be too. So maybe you can even set the alert, yeah, 50% candle if you want. I think 221 would be the earliest, but at that point, I mean, yeah, 220, 225. I think 225 is a good spot. I'll set an alert at 225. We'll do that here. 224. No, we'll go do 225. Cool. Again, I'm not a fan of being in this, let alone trying to like squeeze in a little extra for the up and down. I'm more than happy to like catch it here and go. So there's not too much I can say on tech. I don't care about anything down here. All I care about is it getting out of here. The last thing I want to have happen, by the way, is the red line come down or these things go up enough to where now the fifth line is in and it's now got all 5 moving averages. I hate moving average clusters. The weekly I thought was going to be a little bit more of a cluster, but I don't like this chart at all. We're actually under the 20. I definitely see the 8 and the 50 wanting to go down. Hopefully the 20 is trying to do its job and like kind of maybe oscillate itself. But yeah, again, like back-to-back dojis on the weekly is a fairly odd thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, well, look, it's not odd on a stock that has super little like interest or volume, right? We're kind of hoping that this is, relatively speaking, maybe the next Mullen in this sector, right? Like maybe the next Polestar, maybe the next whatever, right? Like I don't know if it's the next Tesla. I'm not trying to pretend that. I think AI might be that, but yeah, we're trying to see if this is an EV Go, which had really good earnings today. I'll give them some love, but is it more of a solo or like, hey, yeah, are you trying to be like a Mullen, Polestar, a Lucid, whatever, right? So BBAI. Oh, sorry. Let me go into the daily before I move. Let's take a look at, you know what? I think I'm just going to move the other two onto their own video. So this is going to be Bullfrog and BBAI. I'll make the other ones on the next one. Hey, thank you so much for your time. If you disagree, obviously just throw it in the comments. Otherwise, hey, thank you so, so much.